morning, Arizona.
Good morning.
How are you guys?
Awesome.
So this is the first time we've done a convention in this building.
Yes, you are the first guest at the first Fan Fest.
Duly anointed. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me, you guys.
You are one of our most requested guests.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like people have been.
What's wrong with you people? Get a life. Thanks. Yeah, my dad lives here in Scottsdale, so I was just here for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's great.
And so he's going to try and come down and see you.
Is he going to get a photo op?
Yeah, well, as long as he pays.
Yeah.
Pay up, pal.
So I have a whole page of questions. So if you guys are shy, that's fine. But I'll start a question out, and then I think since it's just the intimate room, I think we can just probably from your seat. You just put your hand up. I'll call out. You ask question, and then
sure.
Is that cool?
That's fine.
We have a microphone too, but I figure at this point we kind of can just complete. Is that right?
Yeah.
So Warehouse 13. Let's start off with that. It's a huge, amazing fan base. Like, there's the love for this show is fantastic. Like, my niece is 9, built an entire Lego Warehouse 13.
Are you serious?
Bronzing
That's a
room.
lot of Legos, brother.
Endless
Legos.
She'll be the kid that's coming up and is too speechless to talk to you if this weekend.
Cool. I'll make sure to give her a lot of love.
So you've been, before that, you have an incredible career. I'm doing my research, like, it's amazing the amount of stuff you've done, but
I've been a stepping stone for some of the biggest names in Hollywood. It was once written of me, Eddie McClintock has done more pilots than a stewardess. So I got that going for me. I've been the star of several canceled television shows.
But when Warehouse 13, like, it sort of went to a new level because you had, like, us, essentially. Like, you had this huge, you've been on some high-level shows, but there was nothing like...
I had no idea.
Yeah, what was your experience?
I had no idea. I had seen the movie Trekkies.
Yeah.
So I knew there was like a sci-fi subculture.
Sure.
But I didn't even know that Comicon existed. The one in San Diego. And then where did we go? I guess the first time was in New York. They flew us to New York, and I remember they were going, okay, now this is how much are you charging for your autograph? And I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, well, no, you charge. And I was like, wait a minute, are you telling me that people are going to walk up to me, give me the money that they've worked really hard for so that I can sign my, and they're like, yeah. And I was, it's such a huge honor, and like Joanne was like, I can't do that. I can't take people's money. I'm not going to do that. That's not fair. It's not good. And somebody explained, it's like, look, somebody who loves building model airplanes, they go and they buy model airplanes because it's what they love. They don't mind spending the money because it's what they love. So don't feel too bad about it. They're getting something from it. You're getting, something from it. It's a mutual relationship. So I don't feel bad about it anymore. That being said, my autograph is $75. Pay up. I got 2 kids in private school and I'm unemployed. So, yeah. It's been really amazing, which is why I love coming to these. I love being able to, hang out with the people that have made it possible for me to send my kids to a proper school and, have indoor plumbing at the house. The neighbors got tired of seeing us all in the backyard. They were like throwing toilet paper over the fence going, get a life, you people. So it's great, man. I totally dig it, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be, because it really feels like once you are welcome into the sci-fi community, you have a place to stay forever. You go to some of the conventions, and it's like, I played Red Shirt number 4 in episode 9 of Star Trek back in 1963, and people are like, well, come on in! Maybe I'll be able to stick around for a while. And I actually am working on a sci-fi show right now. I just finished. I'm all bruised up. I did the night before last a 17-hour day. But I'm serious. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Okay.
Although I kind of am. I'm not allowed to. I'm not
Television?
allowed.
Nothing?
I can't.
Okay,
I'll literally. They'll never invite me back. So.
Okay.
But it's
Whatever it is, we will be happy to.
very
to pay
exciting.
our money for
It should be out around March, I guess.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. All right, so throw out to you guys. If you guys have questions. All right, good. I see
Is
hands
there
up
any
ready.
way? Is there any way for me to walk around?
Oh, if you like to, sure. Yeah. Do we have a? It is your show. Okay, so while he's getting set, we have the wireless mic, so we are prepared. So questions. First of all, no hugs. Come on, let's be professional. I know, but
Hugs, bring them.
But there's a lot of people in
I
the room.
don't care.
But so I think hugs at the booth. Would that be? If you feel like in the hugging mood, at your booth, would that work?
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah?
You
Okay,
know, like
great. Because if you started here, this would be the whole hour. It's just
what I learned from
people
doing
want
these
to know. They got information.
what I
they wanna
learned
know.
from doing these conventions also is like, I used to sit behind the table at the conventions, and then I was giving hugs so much
Yeah.
that I was coming out of it. I was just said, forget it. I'm just gonna. So most of the time at my table, I
Fantastic.
just stand out front.
Yeah. Work the room.
And,
They're your people.
And plus, you know, when we do pictures, selfies, it's just easy. I don't like people to have to like lean over the table. It's so impersonal. So,
Sure.
and I also found it's like, you know, when I hug. I mean, I've always been a hugger. There's an executive in LA. His name's Peter Roth. He works for Warner Brothers. And I mean, this guy. When I got my first show. I was in New York for what's called the Upfronts. It's where they announce all the new shows. And I mean, I was in a limo. I was like, yeah, you know, I was wondering how I was going to ever, you know, handle the fame, you know, and the show got canceled. But Peter Roth got on the elevator, and he was a big deal. And I'm standing there, and then he goes, Eddie McClintock. And I was like, yeah, and he goes, Grr! And he hugged me, and I was like, oh my God, that feels so, I feel so accepted. And so it's always just been my policy, you know, like, so anyway, so come for hugs. All right, who has a question? Yes, ma'am. What is your name, ma'am?
I am Kim.
Hi, Kim.
We're Facebook friends.
We are? You stick around, huh? Every once in a while, people are like, I don't like you anymore. Bye-bye. You love my choice of music?
We're so
I'm rocking my Black Sabbath t-shirt. Some rocker. Yes.
Is the show you're on filming in Vancouver?
Is the show I'm on filming in Vancouver? No. Try again. Chicago? No. Toronto? No.
California.
California? Yes. Whatever. What's wrong? Why are you going on? For you, kid.
See, there you go.
Anything for you, kid. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us a little bit about the difficulties of working with a blue screen, green screen, and CG, and how hard it is?
Sure. Is it hard working with a blue screen or green? Does anyone not know what that is? Blue screen, green screen? Anyone? Okay. See, you know. We coined a term on Warehouse 13 called schmacting, and schmacting is when there is not really anything there, but you're supposed to just pretend that it is. So like there's a green screen behind you and the director's like, okay, and now the apparition comes out and it's swirling around and it's horrific. And then all of a sudden it turns into a nice one. So you want to be really scared and then really, oh, happy. So you know, we're like, you know, you have 4 grown adults standing there all going, and then, you know, it's like, you know, my dad back in Ohio, I'm just like, oh my God, if my dad could see me now. This is what he spent, you know, $100,000 on my education for me to stand in front of a screen and act like a goon. But sometimes it's harder than other times, depending on what they're asking you to do. like when there was a Cthulhu in one of the episodes. You know, there was just a guy, you know, that was coming out like this. And they're like, what, I'm supposed to, are you serious? What am I supposed to do with that? Actually, when we started the show, and we didn't know how the effects were going to be, it was pretty scary because, you know, I could just see, like, you know, having it be like Sigmund and the Sea Monsters or something, you know, just being like, oh, you know, and I mean, some of the effects were better than others on the show. They weren't all great, but you know, when you only have a budget of X amount of dollars to do a TV series, I thought that they were pretty confident. So once I saw that the effects were, and I think that's true for the whole cast, once we saw that the effects were going to cover us and not make us look foolish, it made it a lot easier. Yes, yes, sir. What is your name, sir?
Trevor.
What are you doing with the Packers hat on? What's up, yo? Congratulations to the Cardinals, although most sci-fi fans are like, huh? Who, what? Who? That's a Cardinal. But yeah, Boof, your QB went down. Your second string QB. Well, we're starting Johnny Manziel this week. I'm a Browns fan.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, feel my pain. Oh my God. All right, yes, sir.
Really sorry.
Do you ever want to go back to Bones? And have you seen the last night's episode yet?
I didn't see last night's episode. I know it was the two.
Sure.
That's great.
Sure.
I didn't see. I know last night was the 200th episode of Bones. Yeah, pretty amazing. I guess only like 33 shows in the history of television have ever made it to 200, so that's pretty amazing. If you don't know, season 2 I did 4 episodes. I played Sully. Yes, thank you. My nickname was Peanut, which was ironic in reference to my genitalia. That was amazing. Great show. Emily is a class act, an amazing lady, and I haven't seen the show, and I've talked to Hart Hansen plenty. I've been like, dude, throw me a bone, brother. I'm unemployed, and he's actually said, he goes, whoa, are you a Dalek? Young Dalek, please put on your fez. You look like the kid from The Omen. Are you? What the? Way to go, brother. Uh-oh. Is it something I said? So I've talked to Hart, and you know, I mean, he said, he goes, yeah, the writers have pitched, having Bones find Sully's body, you know, and he goes, but I haven't, I said, no, we're not going to do that to Sully. So, I mean, there's always a chance that I could come back. Hart has a new show called Backstrom that's going to be on Fox with Rainn Wilson from The Office. And Hart let me do one of those episodes. So I'm doing an episode of that, and it's there he goes. I'm gonna do, that's a cute kid right there. How much? No? Okay. For a hug, maybe? 2 hugs? Okay, yeah, that'll be on, I think, next month or whatever it comes on. Okay, what else? Yes.
Hi,
What's your name?
I'm Bailey.
Bailey.
So, did you and the cast of Warehouse of 13 ever come up with your own ideas for artifacts or things for the show? And if so, did they ever get incorporated onto this show?
I know that we were asked to pitch ideas. I mean, I know none of mine made it. Jack Jack Kenny, our exec producer, is just like, just go. Just go back to the set, actor. So I basically, I'm just the resident meat puppet. They tell me what to say and I say it. I don't tell them what I should be saying. Although, I must admit some of the, because people ask me if I improv a lot on the show. What I'll do when I was doing the show, what I would do is I would put tags at the end of scenes. Tags are basically whatever is written comes to an end, and then I do something stupid at the end. So if they want to cut it away, they can. Like when Micah during the episode where the bank robbers had the record player. And we're out in an alley, and Micah said one of them was a female, and Pete says, "Well, how could you tell?" And she goes, "I felt her." And then Pete goes, "You touched her boobies?" That was me. I made it funny. So every once in a while, they'll keep some of my buffoonery. As far as artifacts go, I know personally, I basically let them do the writing, and they were generally, I think, pretty good at it. What do you guys think? Yeah. Anyone else? Yes, sir. What's your name?
Ron DeLucia.
Hi, Ron.
I want to know if, is there any plan for like a TV movie for Warehouse 13? I know you've been asking.
Oh no, great question. The reason I went like this is not because I'm like, oh, not this question again, but it's because it's a bummer, because it's talked about, and I think that the reality is, everybody's kind of already off doing their own thing. Aaron Ashmore has a new show on Sci-Fi. I know Saul has Saul is a writer also. He's written like 3 or 4 pilots, so he's got that going. I'm on like level 6 of Call of Duty. So I'm busy as heck. Allison Scagliotti is a burgeoning rock star. Joanne, I think, moved back to Toronto, and we're all scattered, It would be nice to think that they would do that for us, but especially now that Sci-Fi has decided that they're going to, when they changed their names to Sci-Fi, SYFY, that was under the auspices of, we're going to be a more inclusive network, a more family-friendly network, and the shows are going to be a little less dark. Well, they canceled Eureka, they canceled Warehouse, and Haven is on its way out. I don't know, is Haven funny? Is Haven funny at all? Even with Colin Ferguson over there?
But he's a bad guy.
Oh,
He's a villain.
But it's a funny film.
he's a funny villain. I don't see it happening. I think we've all discussed that we would all come back and do it. Maybe if somebody did like a crowdfunder or if there was a groundswell. Look, if there's a Veronica Mars, sure. If it's all up to the fans. If the fans demand it, and there's, obviously the network goes, if there's money to be made, unfortunately that's the bottom line.
Just take over the librarians.
The librarians, I keep hearing about librarians and how they're like, oh man, it's a ripoff of Warehouse, but it's actually where librarians were first, I guess.
Yeah, but you're better.
It's all, everything has an idea from something else, I hear it's quite good, and I like Noel Wiley and Shane West, and Rebecca Romaine Stamos, I think is that her name. Who is it?
Christian Kane's in it.
Christian Kane. What did I say? Something different. Shane Kane. Cocaine. Yes. What's your name?
My name's Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Did you ever get a chance to keep any of the artifacts?
Funny you should ask that.
Do I get a
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I suck at iPhones. That's my husband.
Did I take any artifacts? Oh, I mean, was I given it? Pardon me. During the Emily Lake episode, where Pete and Micah and Claudia come to the warehouse to rescue Jinx, Pete has a Tesla rifle in his hands. And I've been saying it's the only one ever made, but then I just looked at it again the other day, and Micah has one also. So I guess there's two, but I have the only one that's signed by all the cast. It's so funny because the night that it was one of the last nights we were shooting, and I'm like, hey, will you sign my Tesla rifle? And Joanne's like, you're not going to sell this, are you? You're not selling this. You're not making money off this, are you? I'm like, what? No. And I'm like, eBay. Like I said, I got 2 kids in private school.
Should we start the bidding at 100? 100.
So I was given the Tesla rifle, and then there was a thing in Artie's office that I don't know if anyone ever really saw it. It was never like a featured item, but there were these little bongos that sat on Artie's desk. And between every take, I'd be like, and my castmates were like, shh, shut up. But so the bongos actually became imbued with, they became an artifact because they were filled with such vitriol. That I had everybody, cast, crew, writers, everybody signed my bongos. So so they're sitting in my in my office at my house. So that's kind of the one thing that I kept. Uh-oh. Hi, what's your name?
Crystal. I'm Crystal.
Hi, Crystal. What's your name? No, I just asked that. Warning.
I want to know, because I suspect, what kind of pranks were on the set of Warehouse 13?
Pranks on the set. I mean, every day was a prank. I mean, the fact that they hired me to be on that show was a prank. I was like, are you serious? You're hiring me to... I basically, I moved to Los Angeles after I graduated from college. I remember that when I opened up my diploma, I was like, oh my God, there's one actually in there. I was so surprised that they had actually given me a diploma. The pranks, they were I don't know if I can, like, there's one that actually sticks. I mean, there is one that sticks out, but it's a little blue for the room.
Your mother.
Well, does anyone know what an upper decker is? Upper decker? One day, like right at the beginning of the shooting, I said to Joanne, I was like, hey, keep watch for me. I'm going to go into Saul's trailer and give him an upper decker. So, you know, he walked. For those of you who don't know, come to my table and I'll write it on a piece of paper. And you're going to go, are you serious? How old are you? So that's really the one that sticks out. And that one really stunk. No pun intended. Here I go. Are you enjoying this, son? Get up here. How you doing? Yes, sir.
Hi, my name's John.
Hey, John. How are you, brother?
Great.
Doing all right?
Oh, fine, fantastic. You graduated from Hoover High School, standing here.
What? You graduated from Hoover?
69.
Oh, there you go. Right
In
on.
fact, you went to school with one of my brothers.
Who's your brother?
Fred Phillips.
Oh, right on. Where's Fred these days?
He's back in North Canton.
Oh, cool, man.
Go
Vikings.
Go Vikings. That was leading into my question.
Yes, sir.
The question I had for you was, whose idea was it, and how, because you did it throughout the show on Warehouse 13, was you'd be wearing a Viking t-shirt of sorts, either wrestling or football or...
That was my idea.
Well, see, they did use some of yours.
Yeah. I've always, in every show that I've ever done, I've kind of tried to give shout outs to my little inside shout outs to my friends, my family, my people back home.
You see, we're all living back.
Yeah, it's important to me. Thank you for the question. It's a good question. I'm from Ohio. I'm from a place called North Canton, Ohio, which is, home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Hoover vacuum cleaner. So, that's pretty. We got it going up. But that sucks. That's good. Hey, lady, this is my time to shine. All right, stand down.
Tell her how many times you've heard that.
Yeah, I mean, that was the moniker. Welcome to Hoover, home of the Hoover vacuum cleaner. It sucks. It's important to me to let the people back in Ohio know that, I haven't changed, or at least I'm trying not to, and that I still respect and love where I came from. Trust me, I'm glad that I don't live in the 20 below zero cold with the snow. I don't miss it in that respect, but I still know that there's good people back there, and it was a good place to be from. So, yeah. Okay, the smart mouth over here. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, Jenny.
I'm from Toledo, actually.
Oh, there you go. My last football game was played at the Ohio State Horseshoe against Toledo St. Francis de Sales for the 1985 state finals. Yeah, I watched the field goal go over my head with no time on the clock. So get out! Yes, ma'am.
Anyway, what was your favorite artifact of the seasons?
My favorite artifact, the one that... Oh, sure. Slowing down. First of all, let me ask. I kind of have my hair not peak spiky. Does that offend anyone? No. Because I know everybody hated my hair in season 5, and let me just tell you, it wasn't my idea. All right, let's talk about the pink elephant in the room right now. My wife was just like, you guys are canceled, so who cares? Why don't you just let your hair grow out? Geez, what is it? It's so sticky up. You need to stop putting product in your hair. No one puts product in your hair anymore. You look like Jason Priestley from 90210. And I was like, yeah. I'm tired of them. They cut me, cancel my show. I'm growing my hair out. Attica. So, and then, I was like, people on my Twitter like, your hair is puffy, it's poofy, it's floofy, you look like Chaka, you look like, Frankenstein, is that a toupee? And then I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, they're right! What was I thinking? But, it's like, it is what it is. I apologize if I offended anyone with my hair. I have gotten such hair, like when I did